Hey everyone. So there's been a few of you now that have requested that I try to do some video tutorial, I guess, on some of the things that I make. I guess disclaimer, I am no professional by any means. I just like to have fun and make food and combining them together. So today I came across something, well, it was shared with me and I was challenged, if you will, if I could make it. So today is going to be what they call the ultimate BLT, or in this case it'd be kind of the belt, the bacon, egg, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. So we're going to go ahead and get it ready. Right now, I mean, I'm feeding a family of 8, so feel free to adjust as you go, but we've got 2 pounds of bacon here. We've got some mesquite seasoning. As far as for the seasonings go, you know, this I figure would be great on top, but I wanted kind of like a garden fresh feel, so we have regular peppercorn, some cumin, Himalayan salt, Italian seasoning, and some garlic. So it's a pretty easy recipe. We're going to go ahead and just get right on in it. So first I'm just going to go ahead and spray it on my pan. I'm going to layer this bacon on in here. Now this thing, when I first saw it, I'll put a link down below of the video that was in there. But the guy that I've seen made this, he had a nice little jig where he could flip it on his grill. I unfortunately do not have that, and I was actually looking for my metal bread pan to do this in, but it has seemed to have grown legs and walk away, so we are going to go with the glass here. We are going to go ahead, and if you hear any scampering around, that is our doggies. They love to kind of come in and around and like to be very voiceful, so I do apologize. Hopefully we can keep that to a minimum. Alright, we're about in here, about layered down. I think I'm going to go all the way around the pan here. I'm telling you, this thing is going to be monstrous. That is a scratchy dog right there. Sorry about that. We're going to get these all the way around. By no means, we try to eat healthy as possible, throw our own recipes in, that way everything's cooked from home, but hey, when it's bacon, right? Only way to make bacon better is to add more. Alright, almost done here. Pro tip, if you kind of roll that bacon off of the slab there, it doesn't stretch out. Learn that one the easy way or the hard way. It makes it a lot better. These are just the regular cut bacon, not the thick cut. Alright, from here, now it gets a little crazy, okay? I'm going to try 4. You might have to go to 6 eggs. Find out. Crack it on the counter so that we don't have any runs. Alright. My grandma Kaifoff could do the sweet little double crack, the 2-handed crack. I have not gotten that from her by any means. She was a military chef. It was amazing to watch her cook. Alright. I think we're going to go to 6 there. Alright. Now we have that there. I'm going to go ahead and place it off to the side along with this guy here. Alright, now get your lettuce in here. Get yourself a good sharp knife. Get some slices down here, make them thin or as thick as you want, however you want them to go. Always watch those fingers, right? Alright, get these guys layered on in here. Alright. I think we're pretty good there. Get this guy in there. Get this guy off the side, bring her on back. Alright. Now this is where your seasoning comes on in. I don't measure by any means. Whatever just kind of looks good. As Kent Rollins would say, that looks just about right there. About the right amount. Get our Italian seasoning in there. Some people count the 3-second rule. I don't know, I just kind of developed a feel about it. Shake from up top gives you a nice even flow. Gives you even coverage. Alright. So now we're just going to fold this all in here. Kind of encase it. This is where that other pound may come in. I have to probably layer some of that on top. This is kind of the same method if you do bacon wrapped meatloaf. Very, very good. Highly recommend it. We'll see you a little bit later on when we put this on, what we put on top here to help kind of finish it off once we get it on the grill. So that's what we like to do here. Cast iron and grills right there. Well, looks like we'll probably be okay. Alright, get this guy on here. Love me some mesquite. Now you can make your homemade style. My buddy Rick, it's what he does. I do that lots of times too, but hey, I tell you what, when you got it here, you got it here, especially when it comes to like these mesquite flavorings and stuff. There, get a good covering of that. Nice smoky flavor. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to see you out at the grill here real soon. Alright, we're back out here at the grill. We got the coals going here. Now I use a lump charcoal. I found that out just to be, it's a hardwood lump. It just burns a lot hotter than regular brisket or briquettes. So that's just kind of what it was, oak and hickory mix. So definitely recommend you looking into that. So we're going to go ahead and put these all the way over here on the right side there. Get this guy out of the way. Alright. Kind of get these guys kind of going in there. Nice white hot there. We're going to add ourselves a nice piece of apple wood on there as well. Really get that heat turned up. We're going to put all these coals here on the right side so we can do an indirect heat and get a nice smoke going on here. Now, I know some of you are already saying, oh, he put that wood on too soon. No, no, no. We're going to ride this piece of wood out for a good while. We've got some chips we're going to put on top of that. That's just to really help get this heat on this grill really turned up. Now if you don't have one of these guys, I highly recommend. This is an older style grill, so my outside gauge, I don't think it's necessarily as accurate anymore, so I definitely want a good at least reading on the grills, the grill grates. What we're doing is on the outside here, so your air intake, that is fully open. We're fully open here up on the top. We're getting a nice even flow of air pushing all the way through to really start cranking that heat up, okay? So let that heat up to about 500 degrees, 450, 500 around in there. We want this thing piping hot. We'll see you soon. Alright, so we're back out at the grill here, and this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys. You can see on the outside here, we're looking at about 400 degrees there, but we're going to lift this bad boy up and take a look. Nice hot coals, and sure enough down here, we can see we're actually running at 550 degrees, a little bit hotter than that. So definitely a huge difference between the top and there. So definitely a reason why I have one of these guys. So we're running a little hot, so it's going to cool off here. And we're going to go ahead and still set this guy on here, but we're going to put it on the top so that way this cold or room temperature glass doesn't crack as soon as it hits this high heat. So we're going to go ahead and put it in and wish for all the best. I'm definitely glad I used this pan here because you can see kind of in here, I don't know, we got some leakage, if you will. So yeah, the eggs are kind of sitting there, so we're going to get a nice casing in here, but again, we're going to go for that smoked feel. So that's why we got this indirect heat going on over here. We're going to actually close this guy up down here, and we're actually going to close this. It's a little hot up there. We're going to close this about halfway. It's going to What that's going to do is going to trap all that smoke in there for a little bit longer before it comes pouring out here and off the sides and stuff. You'll see it kind of coming out, but it's going to give a nice smoke feel to it. So depending on how this kind of goes, we're going to be sitting out here. We're going to go ahead and probably let it sit for about 20 minutes and give it a check. So see you in 20. All right, like I said, we're back with that special topping that we're going to be putting on. We're going to create our own like little barbecue sauce here, kind of a teriyaki feel. It's nice, sweet. Really no heat at all to it, but you can throw some cayenne pepper or something like that if you want to spice it up, some pepper flakes. But this one's just going to be a nice sweet one, tangy. We got your regular ketchup, some soy sauce. Most people will use that nice Worcestershire sauce or that W sauce. We got some sweet chili. We got some teriyaki here and some honey. And then one of my personal favorite is sugar in the raw. Now this stuff here, it's very, very nice, but the trick about it is you got to use about half than you would regular salt, or sugar, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and just, again, kind of get the feel for it in there. That ketchup is going to be that nice big base, so that's where you're going to have a lot of it in there. A couple splashes of this guy here. One of the best things about barbecue sauce is you can just kind of go to your taste. You got to add one little thing of this or one little thing of that, you can. This right here is going to give it that little bit of a heat, that sweet chili. It's actually a wing sauce, but it goes really good in here. Teriyaki's coming on in. That's going to really kind of bolden it up. Now something you can do if you want this a little bit thicker, if it's a little too thin, one of my favorites to use is a nice molasses. So we'll see what the consistency is, and we might have to add some of that in there. Alright, get this guy in here. Again, just a little bit. We don't need too much now. Get it all whisked in here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's nice. Kind of coming up. It's actually a nice little thinner sauce. It's kind of what I'm looking for because it's going to be more of a glaze than it is going to be straight barbecue sauce. So that looks perfect to me now. We just need a little taste test here just to make sure it's sitting there to go. See if we need to add anything now. See, right on the spot, right there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and meet you back on the grill and take a look, and we're gonna get this glaze on. All right, we're back here out the grill, and I came out here about 10 minutes in, and what we did is we went ahead and rotated here now. But you can see, look at this thing. It's boiling from all over the sides. It's got nice and crisp on the top. So we're gonna go ahead and add our nice glaze on here and get it on going. We're still looking at 500 degrees over here. Again, just one other reason why I like that lump coal. It's just going nice and strong here. So we're just gonna go ahead and just brush her in up on the top there. Now what I will say is about that jig, if you end up kind of figuring out a way to make that thing there, is that you can just keep flipping it and you get that bottom side nice and crispy. So I don't know, we'll see what we can come up with here. We still got some time to go yet. But we'll get this glaze on, get it all nice and sticky. We'll get to going here. All right. We're gonna go probably check it about every 10 minutes now just to make sure we're getting there good. See you soon. Okay, we're back out here. We've been on about 40 minutes. At the half-hour mark, I went ahead and brought it down to the bottom here. You can see that it is mostly kind of solidified up. It's becoming a nice little loaf. Over on this side here, we're still a little juicy, so I went ahead and rotated and brought it down. I went ahead and threw some smoker chips on there for get that last little bit of egg, some smoked flavor to it, but also to kind of kick up the heat. We've kind of dropped down about 350 now, so it's about perfect time to go ahead and slide this guy off. And we're going to go ahead and throw some bacon on, but first we're going to toast our bread. Today we went with a nice sourdough seeded rye bread. Figured it'd pair very nicely. I know the aficionados would be like, "How you need to use white bread for a BLT, sir?" Well, you know what? I wanted something nice and hearty and kind of a thicker, stiff bread because this loaf is going to be kind of heavy. You don't want it falling all apart. So figured it would pair very nicely. So we're going to go ahead and get these up top and get them kind of going. We're probably going to have to use the bottom here. Go ahead. That guy off to the side, get these nice and toasted so that way all those juices don't make the bread soggy. No one wants a soggy BLT by any means. Now, I don't know about you guys here, but I am a fan of the heel or shoe. So you don't want to do anything go to good waste here. So we're just going to toss these guys up here, make some room. Boom. Now it'll help kick up this heat, because I'm sure you're asking, hey, well, what about that other pound of bacon? Well, I did say it's an ultimate BLT, so we're going to go ahead and grill some bacon. That's right, we're going to toss around here. Oh, that nice little sizzle going still. It's nice as those juices drip down. It'll help kick up that heat again too. Get those fires and stuff starting. Now obviously you want to be food and or safety conscious and make sure, you know, raw meat isn't touching any of your food, even though it is going to be cooked, so just be careful on that. So we're going to get some nice slices here. The biggest thing you got to be careful on is as soon as those juices drip down and those, you'll get some good flare-ups going. That'll turn your bacon crispy like in an instant. So you just got to make sure you keep an eye on them. Otherwise you're going to have some super burnt bacon and no one wants that. So we'll go ahead and put these on. We're about 10 minutes out. We'll bring it on in and be done. We'll cut her up and see how it looks. See you soon. Alright, we're back in. Taking it off. We went ahead and drained some of that grease and stuff off again, which would be nice probably to have a metal pan versus my glass pan. It'll get a little bit hotter around the sides and probably, you know, get a little more crispiness. I mean, granted, you could take this back out there, hit it high on the heat to get a little bit more crispy around it. The bacon's cooked, so there's nothing there. Everything looks pretty good from here, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and give a nice good cut in and see what she looks like and build the sandwich. Here we go. Alright, time to build this bad boy up. So we're just going to start out with a piece of bread. We're going to go ahead and get this up on there nice, sloppy like. That's alright. Look at that. Alright, from there, spell it out, right? BLT. So we're going to go ahead and get that lettuce on there, however much you like. Get that tomato on. Again, however thin or thick you like those slices. I'm going to go ahead and get a good one in there. Boom. And of course, gotta add more bacon. Alright, get that top on there. If you want some butter, you want some mayonnaise on there, or whatever you'd like to do, but I think this bad boy is going to be as good as it gets. Alright guys, so there you have it. That's the ultimate BLT. The last thing to do is, I guess, take that nice test bite, right? So let's really dive on in here. Oh yeah. Love it, love it. So, again, this is just something I'm trying out, just because you guys are asking. So, if you want to see it continue on, go ahead and like, subscribe, or just hit me up and let me know. So, again, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.